What's up guys, the 5th episode of the Derby Pyramid and Stuffs episode. We've only got 4 games till the January transfer window, so hopefully we can get a few transfers done in this episode. We'll have to see, of course. So we haven't got that many games till the end of the season. It does look quite a bit, but we do about 8 in each episode. So when you break it down in that kind of way, there's only like 3 or 4 more episodes in the season, of course, and then we'll go into the next season, of course. If we are in the Premier League or the Championship, we'll have to see. So we're going to show off the squad report. Not much has happened. Players are generally going up by 1, maybe 2. Obviously, the older players aren't really developing. Nathan Ake doesn't seem to be developing as well. He's like 19 years old, and we've been playing him pretty much every game, and he just hasn't moved a bit. I don't know if it's his position. Maybe if we play him at left back or CDM, he might go up a bit more, but his default position is centre back, so he should be doing a little bit better. So we're going to head into our first game of the episode, and it is against Leeds, and we should be able to beat them. They have got some quite good players, of course, not really in real life, but on FIFA they've got quite high rated players, so hopefully we can get a good win or maybe draw out of the game. So we head into the game, and unfortunately in the 10th minute of the match we do concede a goal. It was my first game of the day, and just I don't know why the keeper didn't save that really. He is only 59 rating, of course, and he does have a high potential, but we'll have to see if he can actually hit that potential. So then we go into the 50th minute of the match here, and we do actually concede another goal. I don't know if it's because I was doing the offside trap, and then he just does a ball over the top to Lapon, and then Lapon puts it inside to Billy Sharp, and of course he's going to put it into the back of the net to make it 2-0, and unfortunately that is how the game does end. A little bit unfortunate obviously to lose a game, but then again, when we lose games, it makes it a little bit more intense at the top, and of course, playing on world class is going to be a lot more realistic, so hopefully you guys understand why I've upgraded the difficulty. So we head into the game against Birmingham, and they aren't exactly the best side, so we should be able to get the win in this game. We'll have to see though, because obviously on world class it is going to be a lot more difficult for us. So we head into the 10th minute of the match here. Nice through ball for Chris Martin to run onto and to put into the back of the net. He has got like 78 finishing, and for a 73 rated player, that's pretty darn good. And of course, he does get his 16th goal of the season. I believe it is his 16th. It's around that mark anyway. So we head into the 52nd minute of the match. We couldn't really do much else in the first half, and we unfortunately conceded that penalty there. Lee Grant coming out and taking out the player. I wasn't too sure if it was really a penalty, but eventually he does step up to it and does put it into the back of the net to make it 1-1 in the game with nice chip shot. I don't know if I haven't actually tried a chip shot penalty yet. I don't know if they are quite difficult to do. Obviously, if the keeper just stays down the middle, it's going to be a bit silly for you, but obviously it'll be an interesting thing to do. And then we do actually win a penalty for ourselves here. Jeff Hendrick getting absolutely clattered to the ground there, and of course with Chris Martin with the penalty ability he does put it away into the top right hand corner to make it 2-1 in the game. Nice for us to reply like 2 minutes later after them scoring. It's always nice to get back into the game and not have to wait to really get back into it. And then we unfortunately conceded another goal here in the 86th minute of the match. A really poor defending from myself really. Cross into the box, head into the back of the net. Couldn't really do much about it really. Maybe I could have pressured him a bit more down that right hand side, but a draw is nice, of course, getting that point, and of course it makes it a little bit more intense at the top of the table. So we head into our next game against Rotherham, a team that are in the relegation zone at the moment, and we should be able to beat them. We are going to play quite a strong side as well to make sure we do get the 3 points in this game, because we don't really want to be dropping like 9 points out of 3 games. Of course, we've got 1 out of the 6 at the moment, so hopefully in this next game we can get the 3 points and get back onto that winning form. So we head into the 3rd minute of the match here. Gary Mackay-Stevens just walks past him and he falls over somehow. Has a shot and the keeper does parry out to Bryson to put it into the back of the net. It is a bit of a shame that Bryson's potential doesn't really go up. He might have gone up like 1 or 2 potentials if I did play him a little bit, but there isn't really much point when Jeff Hendrick and Will Hughes does have a lot better potential. And then we go into the 15th minute of the match, and a diving header from Wood puts it into the back of the net to make it 1-1 in the game. And it's really unfortunate, like we get the lead and then we lose it. But then in the 69th minute of the match here, nice bit of build-up play with Sifsy and Bryson, and then eventually Sifsy cuts inside, has a shot with his weaker foot and puts it into the back of the net, an absolute thunderous strike to make it 2-1 in the game. It's a bit of a shame he hasn't really grown in potential too much. We'll have to see how he is by the end of the season now, and of course we do get the 3 points in that game. That's always good, of course, and it shows that world class is a lot more difficult than normal, professional. There's a massive difference between the two, and we're going to head into our next game. We're going to play Ward and Dawkins out wide. Hopefully they can give us some width out wide, and hopefully we can get some good wins in this game, of course. And we're going to change it to clear because I don't really like playing in the rain. So we head into the 15th minute of the match here. Jamie Ward just bombs it down this right hand side. He isn't exactly the best pacey player, but he just seems to get past players quite easily on this game, and he does eventually put it into the back of net. An absolute fantastic run from him. Runs from the halfway line and puts it into the back of net. A really nice solo effort from him to make it 1-0 in the 17th minute of the match. And then we do unfortunately concede a goal here in the 42nd minute of the match, just before half time. Really bad time to concede a goal, really. McCarthy with a cross. I think he did actually go to Crystal Palace, and that is one of the annoying things about this career mode. Some of the deadline day deals didn't go through, and it is kind of unfortunate, of course, because we are coming against some quite big players, and it is kind of affecting the results. If we did obviously restart this career mode, it wouldn't really be the same, because I believe Will Hughes has been downgraded. He does have an 85 on this one at the moment, but if I did a new one, he'd only have an 83. There's not really much of a difference, but it is nice to get the best of potential. So we have got a bit of a message from Kelly Rusi. He wants to get some game time. Of course, he isn't really playing too many games, because we have got Currick and, of course, Grant playing most of the games. And we do get a bid there for Johnny Russell, and I'm not really interested in selling him. If they put a £10 million bid, I'll be more than happy to accept it. But I'm just going to reply most of them with $10 million, because that's the price I'm interested in selling for. So we're going to try and get some money off the board. Hopefully they can understand that we are pretty much going to win this season, and with those little bit of extra money, we can actually get the title in the end. So I'm just slowly dropping it down. I could just go straight down to $1 million and probably get it, but it's nice to get the most I can. And of course we do get another bid here from Celtic of 1.5 million, but I do want, of course, 10 million. And then an inquiry comes back for this guy Pereira. He's actually got some really good stats. He's about 6 foot tall, and he's got about 90 pace, so he'll be an absolutely fantastic player. There's only one real player that I would be interested in swapping for, and that's Sifsy. He's only worth 1.3 million, so we probably won't be able to get this guy until the summer window, of course. And if you ever want me to sign any players, just leave a comment down below. I am actually finished this season now, so I'm actually in the Premier League. I haven't started recording yet, because I want to get your guys' input on who I should sign, and hopefully they do accept that deal for Sifsy, but I don't think they will, because it's not exactly the most fair of deals. So we do actually get another transfer offer here for Chris Martin, and another player I don't want to sell, so over 10 million I'll be more than happy to sell him for. And then we get another transfer from request off the board for 3 million. Hopefully they accept that, but we'll have to see, of course. So we're just going to sell the team for the next game against Brighton, who we did play in the playoff semi-final. We quite easily beat them at home. Kind of struggled away. We still got the win, but in the end we do go through to the final, of course. So then in the 22nd minute of the match here, we do unfortunately concede a goal here. Calderon passes inside to Cross. Cross runs into the box. I wasn't too sure what Nathan Ake was doing here, cut inside and gave him the space to run into, and of course cross it into the back post to make it 1-0 in the game. A little bit unfortunate, but we do actually do some really nice counter-attacking play here. A nice throw from the keeper, finds Johnny Russell on the left-hand side, looks for the run of Chris Martin with his weaker foot, puts him through on goal, and of course with his fantastic finishing makes it 1-1 in the game. A really nice goal, of course, to get us back into it. Of course, only 5 minutes after conceding the first goal, it's always good to get back into it straight away and not wait, and obviously see if you can actually get a win in the game. So we do get a second goal here. Really nice ball down the line for Hughes to run onto. He has actually got quite good pace. In real life he's not too fast, but on this game he is quite fast, and George Thrum from the CDM spot is there to put it into the back of the net. A really nice header into the back of the net, of course, to make it 2-1 in the game. But unfortunately we do concede another goal. It is really difficult, World Class. I'm kind of getting back into it, but at the same time I do concede silly goals here and there. But we have already got a 59 rated goalkeeper, so maybe if you use Lee Grant we could have probably done a little bit better. Not too sure how Forsyth didn't get to that ball, and he does make it 2-2 in 60th minute of the match with 13 minutes left. And then we do get a corner here with 15 minutes left of the game. Chris Martin with a fantastic header clears it off the line, but Omar Mascarell coming off the bench and puts it into the back of the net to make it 3-2 in the game, and to get us all 3 points. So it is good to get a good win against a big side like Brighton. And of course with those 3 points it just means we are gonna just keep our top spot for a little bit longer, of course. And we do get another bid here for Johnny Russell, and again just going to reply with 10 million. I think we got about 10 offers in the end, and I don't think any of them really got accepted. And Mason Bennett did come back from his loan. I'm going to set him back out on loan because I don't really need him at the moment. We've got Sifsy, we've got Johnny Russell. He can obviously play striker if need be, and of course Chris Martin with the top goal scorer. And we do eventually get the money from the board. It was about 2.1 million, so it is a decent amount. We are going to just put it over to bit side, so we've got some wages as well as transfer budget. So we've got another game against Sheffield Wednesday, another team that we did struggle against on professional, so it's going to be interesting to see how we do on World Class, of course. So we're just changing the team for the next game. Hopefully we can get all 3 points in this one as well, because we are kind of closing that gap at the top. Norwich are getting very close now, and it is going to be a really interesting run into the end of the season. I don't know if we'll get on some like really good form on world class. Eventually we'll get there and just play really well. So we head into the 39th minute of the match here, and Jamie Ward passes it inside to Christie here, and Christie with a really nice driven ball into the box. He does a lot of those in real life, makes those runs, and does a really nice low cross into the box, and Will Hughes is there. Not too sure why Sifshi or Shifshi, I'm not sure how you say his name. Someone did comment in a previous video saying I said it wrong. So we head into the 42nd minute of the match here, and really unfortunate, like straight from kickoff pretty much we can see the goal. Hutchinson with a nice finesse into the back of the net. I don't know if Lee Grant could have saved that or not, but it is nice that we are playing like a weaker goalkeeper, because it makes the games a little bit more intense and a bit more edge of the seat, and of course the results are going to be a little bit worse, and making it a bit more difficult on myself is always nice. So we do actually bring Mason Bennett off the bench on about the 70th minute, and 10 minutes into his pretty much debut for this series, puts it into the back of the net to make it 2-1 in the game. He's actually a really good bronze player. Like, he's got really good strength and pace and quite a good finish on him, so a decent play if you're playing with like a weaker League 1 or League 2 team. So we head into the 84th minute of the match. 4 minutes later again they score a goal to equalise in the game, and that is how, unfortunately, how it does end. Only getting a point out of the game is a little bit unfortunate, but at the same time it does make it quite interesting at the top of the table. So we're going to head into our final game of the episode, and it is against Southampton in the FA Cup, and it is going to be quite interesting to see how we do against the Premier League opposition. We did play against QPR earlier on and we did lose, of course, but they are quite a strong team. Maybe Southampton do play a weaker, so we'll have to see. So we head into the game, and in the 78th minute of the match we do make it 1-0 here. Johnny Russell cutting inside with a nice heel to heel, and then Bryson is there to put it into the back of the net. Kind of unfortunate how it did deflect off one of their players in the 80th minute of the match, and unfortunately there wasn't really much left of that game. It was really stale. We just defended our lives to death till the end, and of course we do get a deal accepted here for Ryan Shot, and I'm not too sure if you're going to get him because he is 25 years old. He's only got a 74 potential, but we'll have to see in the second episode, of course. So we're just going to put some counter offers there for Chrissy Martin and a few others, of course. So if you did enjoy this episode, it's fantastic that we've got through on the FA Cup. It's kind of difficult to the world class, of course, so it'll be interesting to see if we can actually keep the first position till the end of the season, of course, and maybe we won't even get promoted. We'll have to see. So yeah, if you did enjoy this episode, if you get 25 likes or more, I will upload another episode tomorrow. I'm not too sure what happened with this glitch here. I don't know if I did it too fast or something, but yeah, if you did enjoy this episode, smash the like button, subscribe if you're on the channel, and see you soon. Bye.